Hi, my name is Jackie Murray. I'm with Ask a Tech Teacher, and I'm your guide through these 32 lessons in the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. We're in first grade, and this is lesson 26. We're going to do 2 lessons in this unit on architecture and design. It's a great way to reinforce skills for understanding how precision and layout and a logical progression of ideas helps in getting ideas across. So that's your essential question too. How does following a logical progression of ideas help me to succeed in a project? Architecture and design are great for that. If I can describe a series of steps to a neighbor, it makes the process clearer. Many people believe that's true. That's why we want students to teach each other, because if they can teach a neighbor how to do something, they probably understand it. So that's what we're trying to reinforce in this lesson and the next one coming up. There's 3 projects, 2 of them today, because they kind of focus on the drag and drop layout sort of stuff. And then next week's is where they're drawing it themselves. So certain words that deal with architecture and design. So go over those as they become important. You might have covered them in class. A lot of first grade programs, schools have architecture and design as a unit in their studies. So if you've already done that, your students are probably comfortable with these words. So then ask them what they mean. Floor plan and design, these might be new because we're talking about taking a 3-dimensional object around them and putting it on 2 dimensions. Kind of challenging if you don't know how to do it, and once you've done it, it's real simple. So we're not grading them on how they finished the project. This you want to grade on anecdotal observation. The fact that they followed directions, that they completed the project, that they worked hard to accomplish the goals of the lesson. Okay, so if you have the student workbooks, it shows them right in their workbook, the 3 projects they're going to be doing. These first 2 will be today, the 3rd one next week. Kind of nice for them to do exactly what we're talking about, laying out their work and then following it as they finish it. So start with a discussion of what 3 dimensions, what 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions do. Now, obviously, their workbook and your teacher workbook and the class screen, those are 2-dimensional spaces. But why does this look 3 dimensions? And how about this one? So have them go through these 4 and tell you which are 2, which are 3 dimensions, and why they think that's true. That will help them in understanding why a picture they look at looks 2 or 3 dimensions. Now we're going online for these 2 projects coming up. So you want to review, as you always do when you use online tools, how to be a good digital citizen. You might review the layout of the website. You might have the students review it, make sure they understand it, where they don't go with ads, how they use tabbed browsing because they'll be doing 2 projects here, that sort of stuff. So go through that. It won't take you long. By this point in kindergarten, they probably have it down pretty well, but just make sure they know how to use the internet as good digital citizens. Designing a classroom, there's a great site called Classroom Architect where you bring up the screen. You don't have to log in or anything. Drag and drop pieces of their classroom onto a canvas, and then take a screenshot and save it. You don't have to log in. You don't have to remember passwords. They just, once they have this picture, once they have this done, they just do a screenshot of that and save it, share it, whatever they do. Here's the directions for screenshots. So I'd start though by having them, these are what's in rooms, discuss that. Is there a kidney table? Are there shelves? Where are they in the room? Pretend you're in here and orient yourself and now start pointing out where they are. And then let them go ahead and make their design. They can work in pairs, they can work individually, whatever works better for you. This particular group did 4, I think, together to design it. And that's fine, because then they'll say, no, that's not there, that's over there. And then they'll click and drag it. They're learning great drag and drop skills with this. and visual planning. So when they're done, discuss their design with a neighbor. Following these directions for speaking and listening, does my design look like the classroom? What should I have done? And convince me. Okay, and then a screenshot, save it. It'll be used in the end of your slideshow. Designing a neighborhood is also a similar idea, but it's not a classroom, it's a neighborhood. It's in, here's your link, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and it's pretty much the same thing. Here's the directions for screenshots. So that's really about it. They're going to get the whole class to do that. Now, if someone finishes early, have them have some websites on your class internet start page that deal with topics they're covering in class, human body or animals or math, whatever they're covering. So they can say, okay, I'm done. I've taken my screenshots. I've shared them out. I'm going to go here and I'm going to use these links. They're independently moving their education forward. I don't think there's anything else in here. This is the student workbook. They can take notes here. No, I think we're good. All right, guys. Let me know if you have questions. I always look forward to hearing your thoughts on things. Otherwise, I'll see you in a week. Bye.